quarrel lies not with you.
Lies of P, Overture is an upcoming expansion to the acclaimed action RPG. Lies of P, serving as a dramatic prequel, this DLC transports players to the city of Krat during its final days of haunting Belle Epoque beauty in the late 19th century, just before the catastrophic puppet frenzy. Players will take on the role of Geppetto's puppet and embark on a journey through Krat and its surroundings to uncover hidden stories and face formidable new bosses. The expansion introduces new environments and weapon types, including a bow, offering a new layer of strategic combat.
Perhaps someday, if we can cross the bounds of time, we'll meet again.
Ninja Gaiden 4 marks the return of the ultimate ninja action-adventure franchise. Co-developed by Team Ninja and Platinum Games, this entry introduces Yakumo, a young ninja prodigy whose fate is intertwined with the legendary Ryu Hayabusa. Set in a futuristic Tokyo plunged into chaos by the resurrection of the Dark Dragon, the game delivers an explosive mix of stylized, dynamic combat that rewards precision and strategy. Players can engage in visually striking battles using techniques like the Izuna Drop and Flying Swallow, as well as new abilities like the Blood Raven form, which lets Yakumo manipulate blood to forge powerful weapons.
You're open!
Post-Trauma is a survival horror game inspired by genre classics, especially from the PlayStation 2 era. Players take on the role of Roman, a train conductor who wakes up in a surreal, nightmarish setting. The game emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and resource management, challenging players to navigate unsettling landscapes filled with grotesque creatures and psychological terror. Featuring a blend of fixed camera angles and modern visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5, Post-Trauma aims to deliver a nostalgic yet refreshed horror experience.
You think you can escape what you've done?
I think I can try.
It's time.
Marvel, 1943. Rise of Hydra is an action-adventure game developed by Skydance New Media. Set during World War II, the game features a cast of characters including Steve Rogers, Captain America, and Azuri, the Black Panther of the 1940s, who must form an uneasy alliance to confront the growing threat of Hydra. Players will also control Gabriel Jones of the Howling Commandos and Nanali, a Wakandan spy infiltrating occupied Paris.
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Gears of War. E-Day is an upcoming third-person shooter co-developed by the Coalition and People Can Fly. Serving as a prequel set 14 years before the original Gears of War, the narrative centers on a young Marcus Fenix and Dominic Santiago during Emergence Day, the catastrophic event when the Locust Horde first erupted to devastate the planet Serra. Players will experience the intense first clash between humanity and the Locust, exploring themes of survival and brotherhood. The game aims to return to the franchise's horror roots with redesigned locust enemies that heighten their intimidation factor. Painkiller is a reimagining of the classic first-person shooter franchise developed by Anshar Studios and published by 3D Realms in collaboration with Saber Interactive. In this version, players are damned souls in purgatory, offered a chance at redemption by the voice of the creator. The mission? To face hordes of demons and towering terrors to prevent the fallen angel Azazel from unleashing his armies upon Earth. The game features cooperative play for up to 3 players and full offline support. Onimusha Way of the Sword is the latest entry in Capcom's renowned action-adventure series Onimusha. Set in the historic Japanese capital of Kyoto during the Edo era, the game immerses players in a dark fantasy world plagued by malevolent forces known as the Genma. Players assume the role of a samurai wielding the mystical Oni gauntlet, which grants him the power to combat these monstrous beings. The game emphasizes intense sword combat, challenging players to master various techniques and strategies. As they traverse blood-soaked battlefields and uncover the mysteries surrounding Kyoto, players will experience a rich narrative interwoven with Japanese folklore and history. FEROCIOUS is an upcoming first-person shooter that blends survival and exploration elements. Players find themselves stranded on a mysterious prehistoric island teeming with dangerous wildlife, including dinosaurs and hostile mercenaries determined to keep the island's secrets. The game emphasizes both awe and danger as players navigate lush jungles, treacherous cliffs, and hidden underwater caves. Armed with an array of weapons and tools, players must face the island's many threats while uncovering the truth behind its existence. Tides of Annihilation is an upcoming fantasy action-adventure game developed by Eclipse Glow Games. Set in a modern-day London ravaged by an otherworldly invasion, players take on the role of Gwendolyn, the last surviving resident of the city. Gifted with a mysterious power that allows her to command the legendary Knights of the Round Table, Gwendolyn embarks on a mission to save her family and restore reality. The game draws inspiration from Arthurian legend, blending medieval fantasy with a contemporary setting.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is my soul.
Star Wars Eclipse is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Quantic Dream, set during the High Republic era of the Star Wars universe, roughly 200 years before the events of the original trilogy. The game promises a deeply branching narrative with multiple playable characters, allowing players to experience the galaxy's political tensions and moral dilemmas from various perspectives. Jurassic Park Survival is an upcoming single-player action-adventure game developed by Saber Interactive. Set immediately after the events of the 1993 original film, players assume the role of Dr. Maya Joshi, a scientist from InGen who failed to evacuate Isla Nublar. The game emphasizes survival as players explore the island, encountering a range of dinosaurs with distinct and adaptive behaviors. Exploring iconic locations, such as the park's majestic gates and the visitor center, is a key feature, immersing players in the Jurassic Park universe. Mafia The Old Country is the fourth main installment in the Mafia series, developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K Games. Serving as a prequel to the original game, it's set in early 1900s Sicily and focuses on the origins of organized crime. Players take on the role of Enzo Favara, who rises from a childhood of forced labor in sulfur mines to join the Torrisi crime family. The game offers a linear, cinematic narrative experience with a focus on authenticity and realism.
My flesh has to burn like this saint. If I do not keep my oath.
KIBORG is a fast-paced roguelite beat-em-up developed by Sobaka Studio. Players step into the role of Morgan Lee, a character wrongly convicted of war crimes and sentenced to 1,300 years on the galaxy's most infamous prison planet. In this dystopian future, death is no escape, as inmates are continuously revived to serve their sentence. The only way to freedom is through The Last Ticket, a brutal reality show where contestants must fight their way through hordes of prisoners to reach a shuttle on the prison rooftop.
The onslaught, from plasma cannons to bioengineered blades. Facing relentless enemies, he'll fight his way through, have a chance in deadly arenas.
Virtua Fighter 6 marks the long-awaited return of Sega's pioneering 3D fighting game series, whose last numbered title launched nearly 2 decades ago. Developed by Sega's Ryuga Gotoku studio, this entry aims to modernize the franchise while preserving its core identity. The game is expected to feature a cast of classic characters, including veterans like Akira and Sarah. The Blood of Dawnwalker is an upcoming single-player, open-world dark fantasy action RPG developed by Rebel Wolves, a studio founded by The Witcher 3's former director, Konrad Tomaszkiewicz. Set in an alternate 14th century Europe, the story unfolds in the fictional kingdom of Vale Sangora, nestled in the Carpathian Mountains. Players take on the role of Cohen, a young man transformed into a Dawnwalker, a creature caught between the worlds of humans and vampires. Cohen has 30 days and nights to save his family from the grip of a powerful vampire cabal led by the ancient and terrifying Brensis.
I don't know. How?
I am life. I am death. I am everything in between. I have been watching your little